developed in children according to the children at the ages of 17, at the ages of 14 through 18, contrastingly within Westview High School's population. So why we should care? It's pretty interesting because divorce, when you think about it, you think it affects the parents, but you don't think about how it affects the family that they created. And in order to fully understand how divorce affects people, we need to understand how it affects the entire family and not just two of the participants. In my literature review, I discussed previous research that has been done regarding the child's narrative on how to divorce properly, as they put it, and how child's life decisions are based on the effects of divorce. I also discussed research focused on behavioral issues stemming from divorce and how they use therapy to further help with that child with their issues. Okay. So basically when I was looking at research has already been done on this topic. A lot of it has been about behavioral issues, about educational issues, and that there was only one that I found that had the child's narrative focused in on it, and it is mentioned in my literature review, but this kind of leads me into addressing my gap. Because a child's narrative is often omitted from the research process, and so by doing my research, I'm filling the gap of the child's voice in divorce, but also the gap of the social skill development. Because like I said earlier, it's usually about behavioral issues or educational issues. So yeah, this will help fill the gap of the child's social behavior, which is arguably one of the most important aspects of the child growing up. So for my methods, I will use interviews through surveys and conduct thematic analysis. Thematic analysis, it makes sure it thrives to find correlations in between groups and also in different groups. So I would get my interviews back, search for patterns and themes or codes within the same groups, but also in conflicting groups. So my procedure, like I said, my interviews will be conducted through surveys. My survey asks questions regarding the social skill development and ask them to reflect on when their parents got divorced to now. It also asks about the family types, so that way I can differentiate between the post-divorce families. Once my survey is finalized, I'll start pushing it out through QR codes and also giving links to the people that I know could be able to take it, and also asking the people who do take it to tell people who they know could also take it. And after I collect as much data as I can, I'll begin the thematic analysis. So I'll group each post-divorce family into its individual group, and I will look for themes within those groups and also ones that correlate between them. So my assumptions, I hypothesize that a household in which both parents are remarried will have detrimental effects on a child's communication skills. And the reason I believe that is because I feel like introducing a new member into an unstable family dynamic will only push the child further away and make them feel a bit more closed off rather than just keeping that child to only talk to their mom and their dad. But I also do feel like a post-divorce family, that each child from a post-divorce family will have a better ability to empathize because they've already gone through what can be considered a traumatic experience, and so they'll have better knowledge and better understanding of what other people are going through, even if it's not the same experience that they've been through. So I have not actually gotten any results yet because I did have to change my question. I do expect to have at least 50 participants because it seems pretty big. However, there are so many people that you don't know whose parents are divorced. There's a lot of people who don't talk about it. There's a lot of people who just don't ever mention it, don't feel the need to bring it up. And so I feel like there is a great amount of people at Westview who would be willing to participate in my study. And I do expect to find common themes within each group, but I don't think I'll find them throughout each group, only because each post-divorce family is so different and they each have their own dynamic. So for my limitations, like I said, I've already run into a limitation with my research because I was denied access to do the research with the demographic that I initially wanted. So that was one limitation that I had thought I was going to have, and I did run into it. However, I adjusted my question to fit the demographic at Westview. However, some new limitations I could run into are not getting enough participation and not getting serious answers. So I did say that I feel like a lot of people would be able to participate in my study, but I don't know, I don't have as big of a reach as needed to push it out. So like I said, one of my goals is to just push it out as much as possible, and I think that will help me get the participation that I need. And as for getting serious answers, I feel like if I get enough people to participate, those serious answers will outweigh the ones who did not really take it seriously and just kind of skip through the questions. Because it's not a lengthy survey, but it is a lot of my implications, so I'm hoping that with these results we're able to take more seriously the effects that divorce has on children and put more effort into making sure that they seek out the help that they need for social skill development and not just education and not just behavioral issues. And that is going to be, these are for my methods, the first three, and then the other ones following are from my literature.
All right.